Let's get over to our forecast. Brittany, you've been busy all evening.
All week.
All week.
There's been a lot of stuff happening.
A lot of stuff. We had some rain, storms this evening, and then also on top of that, tropics.
Yeah, in a full year ago right now, Helene was making landfall in the Big Bend of Florida.
Ooh, yeah.
Hard to believe it's already been a year. We certainly have had a very messy day overall. Here's a look there towards Charlotte. You can actually see some low-hanging clouds, allowing it to be a little bit harder to see the buildings out there right now. Very, very warm and very humid. In fact, the dew point and the temperature just 2 degrees apart, indicating the increase in humidity as we've gone throughout the night. Of course, this has to do with that same front. We've been tracking it for days now. Here's a wide view of satellite and radar across the Carolinas. Notice there is a lot of heavy rain on some of these regions. You can actually see up toward the Hickory area, just to the west there of Shelby and Cleveland County. You have some pockets of heavy rain there, as well as down to our south and east. So places like Chirac, just out of our viewing area toward Laurinburg, Bennettsville area, just north of Florence. A lot of heavy rain there, just outside of Darlington. And then you can, of course, see some light rain over the metro. And then here's some of that heavy rain as well toward Hickory and just west. Now, this is not storm activity. It's just off and on light to moderate rain with a few pockets of heavy rain embedded within them. We will track this throughout tomorrow morning. So if you're getting up super early tomorrow, Becca, of course, will be monitoring these on WCNC Charlotte and WCNC Plus. But by the middle part of the day, we get a nice little break from the rain. That is before the afternoon. You can see a few spotty storms returning to the mountains and foothills. And I do expect another round of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow at this same time. So really tonight and into early Saturday morning, and then another round of storms tomorrow night is going to be the biggest risk we'll have this weekend. Sunday looks to be mostly dry, but increasing cloud cover throughout the day, and then another round of showers on Monday. I want everybody to be aware that early next week, no matter what happens with what's happening in the tropics, we will likely see multiple rounds of rain from now through mid next week. So if you're in the Charlotte area and east, I want you to prepare for the chance for 2 to 4, if not 3 to 5 inches of rain. Again, that won't all fall in one day. This will be nothing like Helene, but we will have higher rainfall totals likely near the coast and of course offshore. But there are still a lot of question marks that exist with what's going to happen with potential tropical cyclone number 9. I know the name is annoying. This is a way for the National Hurricane Center to issue watches and warnings and put out a track before a storm technically has any kind of tropical characteristics. And that's the case here with number 9. This will likely become our next named storm by tomorrow, but this started to slow down. In fact, this positioning here at 8 p.m. is similar to our previous 2 p.m. time frame, and then this very, very wide swath at the end of the track just shows low confidence as well as the potential that this could stall. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we have a trend a little bit further to the right, so a little bit further to the east, a little bit further away from the Carolinas, but still a pretty substantial split. What this is telling us as forecasters is that there has been a position shift in Imelda. It has, or what will become a Imelda, that is. It is slowing down a bit, which does mean that there's a slightly higher chance that Umberto, because it's going to be speeding up right along with it, could pull the system away. As we've talked about a few times, Umberto is going to be the influence trying to pull that system away from the Carolinas, whilst this upper level low is trying to pull it here. It's a game of tug and war, and it's been trending more so like this low is going to win, but now it's trending a little bit more so like Umberto is going to win. We will have more information in the coming days. What I want folks to be aware of, again, here locally in Charlotte, we will see multiple rounds of rain the next few days. We'll likely see some gusty winds and breezy conditions early next week. But again, right now is just the time to keep a close eye on the forecast. The only folks I would say who should be preparing a little bit more aggressively there are folks who live along the immediate coast, preparing, having a plan, and staying tuned for updates. Here's at Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Again, we're keeping a very close eye on Imelda early next week. Better chances for rain. That's what you should prepare for now. In the near term, off and on storms on Saturday.